Political fighting in Ottawa, there's always another battle you can tune into at this time of year. It's called the Stanley Cup Playoffs. While some admire the swift action on the ice, others specialize in the brutal aspects of our national sport. Earl McCrae reports from Nutley, New Jersey.
Nystrom. Wensick and Nystrom, two heavyweights. Pounding away, and Nystrom getting...
Hockey violence. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? While most of us would agree there's no place in the sport for stick swinging, kicking, gouging, clawing, and biting, there are also those who feel there's no place in the sport for uppercuts, right hooks, left jabs, you name it. Sandy Vigilante, a postal worker from Nutley, New Jersey, doesn't agree. He loves hockey fights. He has more than 1,000 of them on 30 hours of tape. When the 29-year-old bachelor isn't taping and editing here in his parents' home, he's in touch with a network of video freaks across the country.
Yeah, Bob. Sandy from New Jersey. I was wondering, did you send out that Steve Jensen, Tiger Williams fight for me yet? Yeah, I've been waiting for that since November. And I also want to try to get that Paul Mulvey incident. You know, DeLorme and Jay Wells. If you can get that, that'll be great. How was that fight, by the way?
Howard ready to go at Jonathan.
Howard's trying to get at Jonathan. His attachment will get in his way, so he's going to get popped. This sucker shit.
In Nutley, any night is fight night when Sandy and his friends get together over the kitchen table to relish for the umpteenth time Sandy's greatest hits.
Here's Billy's in Hoyden now.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Pretty good. What a beat he gave him.
He busted him out. Wait a minute, huh? Who busted him out?
Come on, man. It's Wilson and Fatigue.
Come on, Ben. Get your hands free. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Yeah, that's it, Ben. Yeah.
Used to be, we used to go to games, 3-4 games a week. Him was about 6-7 games a week. Used to be going to games all the time together, driving Philadelphia, Hartford, Boston, Washington, all over the place. We don't do that.
It's not worth it anymore.
We've been to maybe 3 games apiece all year. And used to be when there would be games on TV, we wouldn't go out of the house. We wouldn't miss a game for nothing.
That's right.
Now I'll go out, throw my tape on, come home, like just like he does. Check the box score next day, see if there was any fights, and then run to it.
I'm not going down there to see 2 guys drop their gloves and get thrown out of the game without even fighting. I don't like these pussy European players skating around. Just turns me off. No hitting, no nothing anymore.
You guys ever think you're sick? I mean, people think you're crazy. Does that bother you what you guys do? Getting off on fights in hockey?
Why? Who are we hurting? It's just something we like to see. We don't hurt anybody. We don't go to games and throw stuff out on the ice or nothing. We don't fight in the stands. We just go. We like seeing the fights. Just our way of getting entertainment, that's all.
Occasionally, Sandy hungers for real flesh and blood, so we went to Nassau Coliseum on Long Island for a playoff game between the New York Islanders and Quebec Nordiques.
Let's go. Let's get some action out there. Haven't seen one check all damn night out here. Nobody hits no more in this pussy league. Here you go. Nothing to get excited about yet. I've seen so many of these power-ups. Maybe next time.
Disappointed but not disillusioned, Sandy talked his way into the Islanders' dressing room after the game to meet one of his fistic heroes, Bobby Nystrom, not to get his autograph, but to talk about hockey fights.
I definitely think that the best fight I ever saw was with Daryl Sittler and Gary Howard when they fought right down to their knees.
And I missed it. I was working nights at the time. I had to go to the post office. Man, that really pissed me off that time.
Yeah. No, I saw that fight, and the thing was that the referees couldn't break it up because there was a couple other fights going on, and they fought right down to the knees, and I remember Gary skating over to the bench, and he said, just like the Dusters, eh?
Yeah.
Another player in Sandy's top 10 is Quebec Nordiques forward Wilf Paymon, who sometimes shares Sandy's enthusiasm for a good scrap.
You know, maybe it gets me into the game sometimes. I get mad, and, you know, if somebody hits me, then it wakes me up, and I don't know, it's just the type of player I am. I guess I'm a competitor. Come on, Sandy, I'll show you. We get into these little tumbles. You know, I always start fighting. A lot of times we'll come out and we'll throw. And all of a sudden, if the guy's a right-handed, you know, what you do, you grab his arm. That way, you can punch him moving around. And you know, you can punch with the other hand. Usually keep your head up, you know, because then you can see the punch coming at you. And if he's a lefty again, you know, you either grab him with the other hand, or some guys will just go at you, you know, they'll just punch with both hands. So make sure your head's up all the time.
How about the old pull over the
Well,
shirt
sometimes,
routine,
you know,
something
you'll
like
grab
that?
a guy and then you'll pull it and sweater over.
So, in a day and age when the modus operandi of human affairs seems to be a creeping gray tide of diplomacy and compromise and turn the other cheek, it's still somewhat comforting and reassuring to know that 7 miles north of Newark, New Jersey, along Route 21 in the town of Nutley, lives a guy still standing firm on the ramparts of manhood as he sees it. Sandy Vigilante, upholding the tradition of John Wayne and Randolph Scott and General Patton and all those other wonderful tough guys, men who were men, and there was no doubt about it. I'm Earl McRae